Have you ever wanted to stare down a student who refuses to even try? Kind of joking there, but seriously, I felt it at times, haven't done it, but felt it. That student who you know with certainty can do the work. You have watched them, you know their ability, and yet they will not move. They will not pick up the pencil. Today I want to show you what is actually behind that and why it is not defiance, and one practical thing to try the next time it happens. What you are maybe looking at is learned helplessness. Not attitude, not a bad day, a belief. One the student has built through experience. That's what they do does not change the outcome. So they just stop trying. Not to frustrate you, but because somewhere along the way, effort stopped feeling worth it. And neuroscience supports that that is real for them. It is quieter than a behavior problem, and it is one of the most exhausting things to manage in a classroom because it does not respond to the usual tools. You can try redirection. You can simplify the task. You can encourage. And all of these things are good, but still the student does not move because none of those things touches the belief underneath. You can't talk them out of it. What teachers can sometimes miss is how much this shapes the whole classroom, not just the one student. The beliefs students hold about their own ability affect how they engage, how they respond to challenge, how they treat each other, and how much energy you spend redirecting instead of teaching. So I had a little girl, a student, sweet heart on her sleeve kind of girl, who constantly held herself back. We had mealworms at one point in time, and not just with mealworms, which is a whole other story, and many people would hold themselves back with mealworms, but it's the point of it. In situation after situation, the barrier was not the task. It was what was trying and not succeeding might mean about her. That is what learned helplessness does. It creates that fear. So here is what to try. The next time a student shuts down, instead of redirecting, ask a question. Not, why aren't you working? Which we feel tempted to ask, but what feels hard about starting this? Or even simpler, sit with them and ask questions that move towards the answer, one at a time. And when they get there, stop and say, did you notice what just happened? All I did was ask questions. You figured that out. That moment, the student's moment, not yours, is where the belief starts to shift, and it's because it's theirs, the belief starts to shift. You are literally rewiring the brain. You are not convincing them that they can do it. You are letting them experience, which is what does the rewiring. It is a completely different thing, and it is the beginning of something that builds over time, which is exactly why growth mindset culture matters as a response to learned helplessness, not just as a general good idea, because it is a general good idea too. So, this is part of a 3-part mini-series, and the next video is the reflect video. We are going to look at what you actually do in that 3-second window when a student shuts down and what one small adjustment could change. You should find the link on the screen here, and it's also in the pinned comments and the description. All right, I look forward to seeing you there. Bye now.